don't really see this in the UK. It's a liner lock. This is also the Ontario Rat Model 1 in D2 steel. I bought this for £50 from Heine Haynes a while back. I bought this basically just as a knife, like a length comparison thing, because this is a very popular knife. It's, you know, on the budget end, even though we're paying a lot more for it in the UK than you would in the US. But you can get this in Osse right now for from £43. It's more depending on scale choice, whether you want to coat your blade in black stuff. You can get it with this configuration with D2. It starts from £57 on Heine. You can also get the smaller one, which is the Rat 2 in Osse for 43 again, and in D2 you can get it from 53. You can also get carbon fibre scales, which I mean, I don't know why you would. For the small one it's 68, and for this one it's £79. Imagine paying £79 for a rat. That's crazy, and that's with D2 steel as well. That's the current prices anyway, just looking up right now. Obviously they'll always change, but so you get it in this box here, made by Ontario, which is a US manufacturer of knives, even though this one is made in Taiwan. But you can get these pretty much anywhere, nice and easy to obtain. Action on these is actually one of my favourite things about this knife. You can just thumb stud it open. Of course, you can slowly open it if you want. But it's a really nice, you know, smooth action for not a lot of money. I've always been impressed with the action on this. It's always been quite good. Blade centering is, look at that. That's damn good for 50 quid. Can't complain too much about that. Let's have a look at. Let's quickly take this apart. It shouldn't take too long. What are we dealing with? Yeah, it's a T8. And these will all be T6s. There we go. So they're all contact points, so you've got a lot of like structural rigidity. There's your detent ball. This is running on Teflon over phosphor bronze washers, so that's probably why the action's so nice on this. But yeah, there's no weight saving or anything. It's, you know, incredibly basic. I don't know if it's a captive pivot, but I didn't have any issue with it, so maybe it is. Either way, that's all there is to see there, so we'll just rebuild that quick. And there you go, look at that. When it goes back together that well. Oh, maybe it's a little tight. Yeah, I think it is a little tight. There we go. Still centered, still centered. And there's no blade play. Cool, 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 cool. So there you go. Just T8 and a T6 to take this thing apart. What else have we got on here? We do have a nice little lanyard hole there if you want to put a lanyard through this. You've got your clip there, which is, it's got a nice ramp on it. It's fairly strong. It's not deep carry, but there you go. It can go tip up, tip down, left or right, and you've got dual thumb studs. So this is a completely ambidextrous knife, which is, you know, great to see. Why the hell not? Except for, of course, your liner lock, which is right-handed only. So if you're left-handed, you're going to have to sort of, I don't know, I guess maybe two hands that bit. But, you know, at least you can open this right and left, and it's got the like swappable pocket clip. Grip on this, yeah, it's really all right, especially for the money. I mean, like I said, you're paying about £50 for this, and I gotta say, it's really not bad. There are a couple of hot spots right here, sort of digs into my finger a little bit. My fingers sort of like the fat on my fingers starts kind of pushing to there, and you can feel the pocket clip, although it's not the end of the world. There's some really horrible jimping up here that digs into your thumb, so I wouldn't really suggest using that too much, but whatever. It's alright. And basically the fit and finish on this overall, it's really good for a £50 knife. I mean, you can really pick up on stuff like this cover here, like this scale is like perfectly aligned. This one you can get a finger in between like the liner and the scale, so you know you can immediately find things. But as a functional tool, this really is not bad for the money. That's probably why it's so goddamn popular. A lot of people seem to have this one. That and the really nice action for the money. It's not drop shutty or anything, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, it's not drop shutty though. But you know, it's all right. Now, as I said, this is the D2 variant. There you go. You can see that there, the Model 1. Bit mixed on that. If you listen to the Sharp Talk podcast, you can hear a lot of people saying that on there that the OS 8 performs better than the D2, and I believe them because I've laid a carpet with this knife, and I had to sharpen it about 2 times laying that carpet, just cutting it up, and this was awful. This performed way, way, way below my expectations, and D2 isn't a bad steel if it's done right. I've had a couple of knives in D2 that have been fine. I hear Medford's D2 is absolutely insane. It just goes on forever. The one on this specific Rat 1 is not great. It's definitely a little bit soft, it seems to me. Easy enough to sharpen, but yeah, really underperformed. Billboarding on this, yeah, you get your Ontario Rat Knife Company there. Ontario Knife Company, sorry. Model 1 D2, Taiwan. RAT, by the way, stands for Randall's Adventure Training. That's where that name comes from, kind of thing. And you get your Ontario logo just on your pocket clip there. This will look like this in your pocket. So people are going to know it's there. It's not hideable by any means, really. You do get yourself, it's not really a sharpening choil as such, it's just where the edge comes below here. So once you meet up with there, you're going to start having issues with that a little bit. But you know, you'll have to really abuse this will have to be like your main knife forever to really get there. And like I said, this was mainly a size comparison for me. So there you go. Oh. I probably won't put stats on screen for this. Can't be bothered. I'll just do a couple of measurements in a minute. Bigger than a PM2, and obviously there you go. So if we just quickly do some measurements on this bad boy. Oh, we got what? We got, 3.5 inch, like, blade length total. Cutting edge of about 3.4, so it's really not bad. And the handle is 4.9 inch, so that's what, 8.5 inch total length, something like that. Blade stock is 1/10 of an inch. And behind the edge, there you go, is 20 thousandths. And let's just get the weight of this guy, why not? There you go, 139 grams. So yeah, this is a fine knife. It's all right for the price in the UK. In America, this is a much better deal. I think this is like $30, which is crazy for the price. You know, you really can't go wrong with it. Like I said, the D2 is a bit shit on this. I'd maybe opt for the OS 8 just because of that. But it's got a nice action for the money. It's really not bad. You know, Teflon on phosphor bronze works. It's fair enough construction. You know, the FRN handles are all right. It looks all right. It's got steel liners the whole way through, so you know this is strong enough. This would just be great as like a fishing knife or something, or just a general use. Obviously, we need an excuse to carry this over here, so I mean, this would be great camping, something like that. You know, it'd take a battering, but like I said, my D2 personally didn't hold up to my expectations. That said, I've heard a couple of people say their D2 on these were great, so you know, that's just one guy, just me, my experience. Do your research as always. But yeah, there you go. Ontario Rat 1. Thank you very much.